Hi all, I'm Dan Smigrod, founder of the We Get Around Network Forum. Today is Tuesday, February 6, 2018, and you're watching WGAN-TV live at 5. Our program today, the Matty Awards. Congratulations to the members of the We Get Around Network Forum in the 9 categories that have been nominated in the Matty Awards for 2018, and congratulations to all the nominees. I want to say that there are 47 nominees in 9 different categories, and very, very exciting to be able to just publicly acknowledge all 47 nominees in the 2018 Matty Awards. It's just really terrific. The categories: MSP, Matterport Service Provider of the Year, Best Dream Home, Best Historic Space, Most Unique Space, Best Point of Interest, Best Transportation Space, Great Escape Space, and Best Commercial Space, as well as Best Retail / restaurant space. So if you're looking for inspiration or you're looking for ideas, perhaps outside of residential or commercial real estate, this is the best of the best. Matterport has done a great job determining some of the most amazing spaces that have been submitted to Matterport to be able to have you easily and quickly be able to see the best of the best in, I would say, 8 out of the 9 categories, the 9th category actually being the recognition of a Matterport Service Provider of the Year. Let's take a look at some of the nominations for MSP of the Year. There's 6 in the category, and just a little bit about them. First, just kind of to tell you who they are: Kris Hickman, Metroplex 360, Nai Chai Tan with Tan Dung Media, Scott Matan with Beyond Gravity Media, Chris Petreco with Trusted Photo DC, Alex Jones VRPM, and Alex Daibaka with Object 360. Congratulations to the 6 nominees for MSP of the Year. Let me just see if I can tell you a little bit about each of the Matterport service providers. In kind of a random order: Kris Hickman, Metroplex 360. Anyone who's been part of the We Get Around Network Forum community for any time knows that Kris is a rock star. In fact, we recognized him as a rock star in the forum. Kris lives in South Lake, Texas with his family. He's been using Matterport since August 2015, and he is just, in addition to shooting Matterport, he is just an awesome third-party service provider, developer. He offers the MS MP2 SV service. Let's see, I'm going to get that wrong. MP2 SV service. Yeah, that would be multi-pano to Google Street View. And I think this is something to keep an eye on in terms of what Kris is doing. So even though you're now able to use Matterport to publish to Google Street View, I could imagine that you might want Kris to download your panos, remove the camera, help you figure out how to get from the center of the street into the business. So just kind of a boutique service, a hands-on service, consulting service for those that need some help. Anyway, so that's Kris Hickman, his business, Metroplex 360. Just some additional background: Kris is the founder of Metroplex 360. Original native from England. Kris currently resides in North Texas. He's actually Southland, Texas, which is the Dallas-Fort Worth market, where he provides Matterport and other marketing services for area real estate agents and multifamily, the multifamily market. And just super prolific in the We Get Around Network Forum, sharing his knowledge, his expertise, From time to time appearing on the We Get Around network television station, WGAN-TV, offering his insight and commentary, as well as asking insightful questions of guests that we have on the program. Up next is Nai Chai Ton. He is with Ton Dung Media in Hanoi. That's Hanoi in Vietnam. He's been using Matterport since January of 2017, so just about 12 months. But he has been shooting some amazing spaces in Vietnam, and that's really what has probably earned him a nomination. He's been able to capture historical and culturally significant sites, including the Temple of Literature, the Bai Ding Pagoda, and the Softel Legend Metropole Hanoi Hotel. He is the founder of the Vietnam-based Tung Dung Media, and as a tech enthusiast and Matterport service provider, Nung has become a technology solution leader in the fast and growing Vietnamese market. So that's really cool to imagine that that Matterport is all across the world. In fact, many of the We Get Around Network Forum community now 10, 11,000 visitors that we have monthly are actually from outside the United States. So we welcome all our international viewers. Also up as a Matterport Service Provider of the Year nominee, Scott Metalin. Scott is with Beyond Gravity, based in Moore Park, California, and he's been using Matterport for about 2 years now, since September of 2015. As a Matterport service provider, Scott has expanded his service to include a variety of industries, including beyond real estate, hospitality, restaurants, auto performance shops, medicine. I think these are great inspirational categories. So if you're looking to branch outside of residential and commercial real estate, I would encourage you to take a look at examples of Scott's work in these categories, as well as the other nominees. You can find that link in the We Get Around Network Forum. The tag is the Matty Awards, M-A-T-T-Y. The Matty Awards is the tag for searching for all Matty Awards posts in the We Get Around Network Forum, including the link back to the Matterport website for the Matty Awards. Quite an entrepreneur, has allowed him to succeed and expand Matterport not only in California, but now to include Utah, South Carolina, North Carolina, and that's according to Matterport, that's what put him on the map. I think there's an interesting business model there, you know, for many of you that are solopreneurs becoming a Matterport service provider. Certainly one of the ways to grow is to start either adding employees or freelancing, using freelancers. And obviously we have the We Get Around network. Find a Matterport Pro map to make it super easy and super fast to find a Matterport Pro anywhere around the globe. And certainly if you don't see a service provider on the map, is use the forum to find a pro. Just simply, if you're looking at the We Get Around Network Forum, there's a tab there, find a pro, click on that. If you don't find a Matterport service provider, we can find a Matterport Pro anywhere, even if they're not on the map. So while we have 3,600 registered members in 105 countries, I think even today we have more than 12,000 visitors a month who haven't necessarily registered, but are checking out the forum so generally we put a Matterport service provider wanted in whatever city, state, or country that we can come up with one. So interesting that Scott's been expanding beyond California, and so that's exciting. And another pro that's actually does business in multiple states is Kris Petracco. Kris, local business is called Trusted Photo DC, based in the Washington, D.C. area. That's the Annapolis, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. area. In fact, talking about expanding business, Kris uses the We Get Around Network Forum map to source pros. He's reached out to us when we haven't had a Matterport service provider on the map, and it's one of the ways that he engages pros as he needs them outside of the market that he covers. Kris is the founder and president of Trusted Photo DC. It's a digital boutique media agency in, as I mentioned, in the greater Washington, D.C. area. Kris has over 25 years of experience in content production. He's taught media and communications at Union County College. He's introduced a lot of young creative minds to cutting edge technologies and techniques. I think for any regular reader of the We Get Around Network Forum, you know that Kris, he is the go-to for all of us related to all things Google Street View. And now that he is both a Matterport service provider and a Google Trusted Street View photographer, Google Street View Trusted Photographer, there are going to be a ton of questions and related to how to do this, that, or the other with Matterport, with Google Street View. And we hope that Kris will continue to be a prolific member in the We Get Around Network Forum community, both weighing in when he identifies things that have been posted that are incorrect, as well as offering suggestions and commentary. We've had Kris on the show. We did a roundtable about Google Street View. It's really a great show. I think we had 6 or 7 experts on the roundtable. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to check out the hashtag in the We Get Around Network Forum, GSV. You'll find all posts related to Google Street View under the hashtag, under the tag GSV. And if you don't find it, just shoot me a private message and I'll or post to the forum, and I'll post that link. We've now, in fact, had a number of different long-form WGAN-TV interviews, including the Google Street View Roundtable. We've done a couple hours with about go-through, a couple hours about Panoskin Pro, and so there's a lot of resources both in the We Get Around Network Forum in terms of text, but also in terms of video that are related to Google Street View. So again, thanks to Kris, and Kris, congrats on your nomination. Also, one of the 6 nominees in the category MSP of the Year, Alex Jones. He is in London in the United Kingdom, a Matterport service provider since January 2017. So today, Tuesday, February 6, 2018. So for a little more than a year, Alex with the VP VRPM. He's the founder of the London-based 3D property marketing company VRPM. And in that short 1-year time, Alex, along with his partners, have set up VRPM with the mission of providing the very best property VR services in the London market. VRPM has worked on many successful projects, including some with high-profile clients, including soccer players, songwriters, and yet others. So congrats to you, Alex, for your nomination. And then rounding up the nominees for the MSP of the Year, Alexander Dabaka, his company Object 360. I'm giving you the American pronunciation, but it's actually spelled OBJEK 360. That's Object 360, based in Stockholm, Sweden. And a Matterport user since May of 2015. A little bit about his company. Object 360 is a Swedish digital marketing company. It's run by 3 partners. So there's Alex, and then there's Alex van Kuchtenterna Engval and Gustav Stergaras, and then Alex. So when the company was first founded in 2015, their business was designed to sell billing systems to real estate agents. And I guess through acute awareness and observation of what the marketplace had, the company soon discovered that what agents really wanted was a simple digital marketing service. And after discovering the accessibility and power of the 3D Matterport spaces, it didn't take them long for Object 360 to shift focus and become one of the leading Matterport service providers in Sweden. So congrats to Alexander, rounding up the 6 MSPs of the year. I'm going to move on to the other 8 categories. I would like to just point out that of the 9 categories, Matterport is going to decide and announce the winner in each of the categories, and announce that on February 14th, Wednesday, February 14th, 2018. We've scheduled the WGAN-TV after party for the next night. So I encourage you to join. Suggested attire is white tie. I will be dressed up in a tuxedo for the occasion. You can show up. Mike, good to see you. That's one of our techs, Mike, our forum tech, that enables everything that you see possible. The 9 winners, 1 in each category, will receive 12 months free standard membership in the We Get Around network, and that's our way of saying congrats to each of the winners. Wish we could do that for all 47, 48 nominees. I could imagine that there might be a tie in 1 or more categories, and if that's the case, we will also award the free 12-month We Get Around Network standard membership to those that are announced as winners in the event of a tie. So anyway, 9 winners, 1 in each category, will receive 12 months free We Get Around Network standard membership, and it's our way of saying congratulations. Winners that already have a We Get Around Network membership will have the, for example, if Kris Hickman or Chris Petreco win, both of them are premium members, for example, in the We Get Around Network Forum, we'll credit their account and extend their membership out based on that. So back to the other categories in the Matterport, the Matty Awards. Best Dream Home subcategory, I guess, is living large. We won't go into the background of each of the pros, but I'll let you know which pro, what the title of the Matterport Spaces 3D tour is, which pro created it, and what their company is. And again, if you want to see any of these amazing Matterport 3D tours, simply go to the We Get Around Network Forum, put in the tag the Matty Awards, look for the program, and we have a link back to the page on the Matterport website where you can see all these tours in one convenient place. So again, Best Dream Home, Living Large, created by Sebastian Bodrunker with Scan Casa, is in his Matterport space, Villa Estrala Mar. Created by Alex Jones with VRPM, English Countryside Home. So Alex now in 2 categories, MSP of the Year and Best Dream Home. The third nominee in the category of Best Dream Homes Living Large is Tony Murray with Vyrie, and his model is named the Chapel House. Created by Dylan Van Wyck with Property Measure Limited, is Contemporary Vancouver Island Home. And the last nomination in the Best Dream Home Living Large category, Opulent Russian Mansion, created by Maxim Sotomaski, his company iVision 3D. The next category, Best Historic Spaces, and the rest is history, are 6 Matterport service providers. And this is just, in fact, this is just a great way to capture spaces. If you can imagine, many of us don't have the time and can't afford to travel to some of the places that I'm going to describe. What a great thing that you can look at the Matterport Spaces 3D tours either online or through a virtual reality experience. And so created by Nai Lin Sek and Kao Tai Ung, with 3X Vivir in virtual reality production. Their entry, Shita Temple, in next nominee, Tony Healy, with the assistance of Megan Strauss. Company is Capture LLC, and it's the Mark Twain House. And in fact, there have been a number of occasions where Matterport service providers have needed help in scanning a space for one reason or another. So it's nice to hear the shout out assistance by Megan. Created by Tongdung Media, Temple of Literature. So that in Vietnam, that is another nominee that's in multiple categories. Captured by Frank Noon and Mark Hackinson. With UK 360 VR is the Sigmund Freud's house. Created by Keith McMahon, with Venue View Virtual Tours is Churchill War Rooms. So that's an amazing space, particularly if you're watching the Netflix series, The Crown. I think probably has even some extra meaning for you, or some of the other movies that kind of bring history to life. Now imagine being able to walk through Churchill War Rooms. Created by Travis Gobel with OniCap, the Diffin Bunker. And so that rounds up the Best Historic Spaces, and the rest is history category. Moving on to Most Unique Spaces, Off the Beaten Path. 5 nominees. Gus Wensven with PR3D, his model Molin de Hoop, created by Luke Sherba with Sherba Media, Lake Shasta Caverns. What an amazing thing. I mean, there's many of us that might not even be willing to go into a cavern, even if we could have that opportunity. So what a great thing to be able to enable someone who might not even be willing to go into a cavern to be able to experience it. So so that's way cool. Created by Igli Markidaki with Quebec Ltd, is Berengara Hotel. Created by Dustin Dubois, As-Built Media, Lady Luck Shipwreck. And then rounding out the category, created by Franklin Rutten and Frederick Schultz, and company Batholin, is the model Mackenzie Childs Yankee Ferry. That's Yankee Ferry. So congrats to the 5 nominees in the Most Unique Space category. In the Matterport Best Point of Interest Space, the X marks the spot. So this is the Matty Awards nominees. There are 5 of them. Created by Derek Mungambi with View 4D is Cultural Heritage Art Gallery. Created by Dimitri Hanuka is from the company 3D Reality is Pretend City Children's Museum. Created by Eric Waltzak from VR Real Experience is Buffalo Botanical Gardens. Another gardens created by Buzz Virtual Spaces is Kasugai Gardens. And rounding up the category, created by Daniel Spencer, Get Revolved Quality Produce. The model is the glass room. Our next category for the Matty Awards, Best Transportation Spaces, Hit the Road, Jack. 5 nominees created by Explora Terra Group is MV Polar Prints. Probably some interesting stories to talk about using the camera in extra cold conditions. Created by Visiting Media, Evergreen Air and Space Museum. Created by Craig Sawyer with Craig Sawyer 3D, Ferrari Stable, created by Paolo Tosellini with Tosellini Productions, Schooner Zodiac sailing ship, and I want to say Paolo actually won the MSP for 2017, so congratulations to Paolo Tosellini for his second year in the second annual Matty Awards, again winning the 2017 Matterport Service Provider of the Year Award, and this year nominated in the Best Transportation Space created by Paolo Tosellini, Tosellini Productions, Schooner Zodiac sailing ship. And rounding out the category, created by Catherine Lobich with Lobich Tech, is Hubby Fly. So again, if you're looking for inspiration for car dealerships or museums or airplane museums or ship museums or tall ship sailing, helicopters in hangars, again, these are all great things to look for inspiration and to be able to share with the client, to be able to show what's possible with the Matterport platform. In the next category, Greatest Escape Spaces, Oh, the Places You'll Go. There are 5 nominees in this category, created by Insight Simulation, the Underwater Room, created by Keith McMahon, Venue View Virtual Tours, Hever Castle, created by Jeremy Koch with Pertneer, Disney World Resort Manor, and the 4th nomination, created by Pedro Alves and Rudy Cavarro with Invista.com, The Passenger Hotel, and rounding out the category, created by Virtual Life Hotel YIT, Abentofel. The next category for the Matty Awards, Best Commercial Space, Think Big, Achieve Bigger, created by, and there's 5 in this category, Kevin D. Reyes with VR Media, showing San Marco Village, created by Buzz Virtual Spaces, Sticks and Stones Design Group, created by Dialexa, the Dialexa office tour. So maybe you have just an amazing office there, and there you go, best commercial space. In the next nominee in the category from VR Tour Company is Echo Stage, and rounding out the category, created by Mark Shepard with Apollo 3D Limited, National Buying Group Conference and Exhibition. So again, these are just great inspirational spaces. That's in commercial spaces, more commercial spaces, but in the category of best retail and restaurant spaces, it's kind of like the best of both worlds. Created by Davy Van Loon, 360 Degrees Media, is Ozenkirk Dutch Restaurant. Created by Thomas Dunbar with Digisoft, is Urban Brewing. Created by Mick Wagensman with Via 3D is Van Rook Kitchen, Bathroom, and Tile Store. Created by Brian Ashley with Lux 3D Tours, Chef Table 12. And last in the category, created by Yoam Castes with Hawaii 360, Tattoo-licious Hawaii. So if you've never had a chance to be to Hawaii, there's your chance to go check out the tattoo parlor and actually see somebody getting a tattoo. So that's the category of best retail restaurant spaces, best of both worlds. That completes the 9 different categories. As I said at the top of the show, we are going to have a WGAN-TV Live at 5 after party for all the Matty Award winners, their fans, their guests, and everyone else that would like to join us in the WGAN TV virtual studio around the world. Is the Matty Awards post party to recognize and honor the 9 winners. And WGAN, We Get Around, is awarding a 12-month standard membership in the We Get Around network to each of the companies winning the Matty Award in their category. In the event of a tie, we will also provide a 12-month standard membership subscription to those that if there's a tie in that category. So again, the 9 winners, 1 in each category, will receive 12 months free standard membership in the We Get Around network. It's our way of saying congratulations to the Matty Award winners. Wish we could do that for all nearly 50 nominees, but we are going to do that for all of each of the winners in each of the categories, and plus we'll take care of the tie in that case. Just one last housekeeping note, We Get Around Network is not affiliated with Matterport. We Get Around Network is not affiliated with the Matty Awards. We simply want to honor the 9 winners in each of the categories with the first 12 months of standard membership free, or in the event that we do have a number of nominees that are members of the We Get Around network as basic, standard, or premium member, we will apply the 12 months to their existing network membership. So thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you for the after party, the Matty Awards after party on WGAN TV Live at 5, and that will be 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Greenwich Mean Time minus 5 hours on Thursday, February 15th, 2018. So thanks again for tuning in, and you've been watching WGAN TV Live at 5 from Atlanta.